There's a pin here, which you can see just coming out, already popped out of it. So you pop that towards the front of where the headlights are, and then you pop this one up, and what happens is you can release the pipe and you can then remove this whole unit from the gearbox, and then replace it, and vice versa. You push it in, push the pin in, push the pipe in, push the pin in, and you're done. This pipe here, if you keep pushing in and out, there's a grommet at the front of this which goes into this plastic part. If you ever see a leak from here, it's mainly because of that little grommet that you need changing. That grommet you can pick up from eBay and stuff like that as well. So yeah, let's get cracking and I'll show you once I removed it. So I've removed the pins for both of them, for the gearbox one and on the top for this pipe here, and that's the ones. So that one there goes to the gearbox, that one there goes to the top pipe. Once you remove them, that should be loose and you should be able to release it. Again, just make sure that the cloth is covering everything up so you don't leak anything on the floor, and you can replace the unit. So I've managed to release everything up, and again, it's just twisting this because there's a lot of pressure on it, so it's hard to pop it. So you keep pulling it, and as you pull it, there you go, it should loosen up. And you got a plastic grommet which is there. It's got pipe and a plastic grommet which sits snug with this. If I turn it around, it sits snug inside here, and the fluid goes through up to the nipple when you want to bleed it out.
Right, so we got the new one here. We've removed those. We're going to remove the pin on the bottom as well. This is the old one, so I've still got it attached to the pipe because I don't want the pipe to leak. So I'll put that aside, and now this would go like this. So you want the bleed nipple facing outwards, and just be careful on the pipe because we've got a rubber grommet that this sits in like, there you go. Easy as that. Pin over there, so I'm going to push this down and I'm going to push the pin in, so it locks in position. There you go. Now it's locked in position. The only thing we need to do now is put the clutch pipe. So fun fact about this, so this car doesn't have a slave cylinder. You got a master cylinder over there for the clutch. Normally you get a slave cylinder onto the gearbox which has a pin, and when the hydraulic fluid goes in, it pushes a pin which pushes a fork, and the fork pushes the clutch bearing, and it engages and disengages the clutch. However, on this one, it's not a slave cylinder. We've got a pipe connector, clutch pipe connector from the master cylinder, and then inside the gearbox there's a clutch pipe that continues on, goes to the fork, and that moves or engages the clutch. Right, so now we are going to put this pipe in. There you go. Just going to push that in there, and now we are connected. Perfect. So now all we need to do is bleed the clutch fluid from this nipple over here. So it's already loose. We're going to loosen it up and we're going to bleed it. However, we have got another method of bleeding the clutch really quick, within 1 minute. But we'll make another episode on that, how to bleed your clutch within a minute. We call it a reverse bleeding. For now, guys, that's how you change or remove or replace your clutch pipe connector. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you haven't already, consider to like, subscribe and share. We'll see you in the next one.